For somebody who's listening to this show, they own their own law firm. They want a level of success, whatever that level is. Is there a secret or a set of things that they need to get really good at to achieve any level of success in their business? And what is that?
Sure. I would say if there was one thing that you would point to about how to unlock and achieve the level of success on the business side of your law firm, it would be how to unpack value and how to identify what value people see in you to achieve, right? And I'm sure this has happened to you a lot, Moshe, but people are like, hey, I'll come on your podcast and I'll be one of your speakers, right? There's a lot of attorneys out there in the world, many of them potentially more successful than I am. For me to be so presumptuous as to assume that my identity is how I give you my greatest value would show a fundamental lack of understanding of what value you want and what you desire, right? There's a lot of different things that you're doing with your business, the tax support that you're doing, the podcasts, learning how people value things and what they actually need from you is a skill set that must be developed that a lot of people don't fully appreciate and understand. And so the first is just asking questions like, how do I maximally serve you? What are you missing? What's the biggest challenge that you have in unlocking all the money, time, freedom, and impact that you're trying to create inside of your life? And if you've established emotional rapport with them at a high enough level, they'll tell you exactly what the biggest challenge is. And you as a human being have a lot of different values, right? So value number one is your identity, who you are, what makes you a hero inside of the world. So I'm an attorney. I'm also a business owner with Fit to Exit. I'm also a father. I'm also a lot of different things. And that's all of my identity. So does my identity support this person? For Moshe, probably not, right? The week in, week out, he's having attorneys on here that are talking about how they've unlocked success. Many of them probably more successful than me, probably a lot of them less successful than I am. But identity probably isn't it. The second value is relationship capital, meaning who you know, who you're connected with, the ecosystems within which you have the ability to get them to say yes. So Moshe has beautiful and wonderful value for me, right? I want to make sure that I'm offering always integrally more value than I'm taking. But by Moshe being so gracious to put me on his podcast and host me here, he is allowing me to reach a lot of people. And so to me, Moshe has a wonderful amount of relationship capital. And I can only hope that I can give him back relationship capital as well. There's a lot of people in my community that I'm sure he would love to meet and to connect with that can create value, whether it's through ecosystem merging, shared experiences, speaking engagements, whatever it is. But that's the second value, relationship capital. The third is a very important one. That's monetary capital, right? So if you're trying to grow a business, you're trying to take on partners, you're trying to get a big project started, people need money. People need folks that have the ability to write checks. And there's a lot of folks in this world that is their chief value, right? Investment banks that give mortgages, VC capital investments, things of that nature. That would be a form of monetary capital. So that's a third value, right? So for those playing at home, it's identity, relationship capital, and monetary capital. And the fourth is teammates with unique skills, right? So I may have folks on my team that can support Moshe in certain ways, right? I may be a teammate with a unique skill that if we were to join forces and ecosystem merge, that I may bring a unique skill to the table that may support him. And it may not be my skill as an attorney. It may be my skill as a public speaker, maybe my skill in the business arena, maybe my skill in terms of helping to edify him and to enhance his value inside of the world to other business owners and things of that nature, maybe a unique skill that I have. Learning how to discern what value people need actually, instead of telling them or being so presumptuous and audacious to assume that they're just looking for your identity, being able to ask for it and understanding how to amplify all of those values inside of yourself so you can make yourself as productive as humanly possible and connect with people as much as possible is the super skill to actually amplifying anybody's business platform, anybody's law firm, anybody's anything, because it allows for the creation of even more relationship capital, which is how a lot of your sales meetings and things all happen without getting too deep into it.